At some point in the last 100 million years, nature appears to have made a decision. Not a conscious one, evolution doesn't deliberate, but a structural one, written into the outcomes of millions of generations of selection pressure across dozens of independent lineages. The decision looks like this. Predators stop scaling up past a certain point. Not prey animals, not filter feeders, not passive giants that drift through nutrient-rich water. Hunters. Active, pursuing, prey-killing predators. The largest ones in Earth's history topped out somewhere around 50 to 60 tons, and nothing with an actively predatory lifestyle has come close to 200 tons at any point in the fossil record. The question of why that ceiling exists, and why it has held so consistently across such different animals in such different environments, turns out to be one of the more revealing questions you can ask about how life actually works under physical constraints. To establish what the ceiling actually is, the candidates need to be clear. Megalodon, the largest confirmed shark predator, reached an estimated 50 to 60 tons. Mosasaurs, the dominant marine predators of the late Cretaceous, topped out around 15 tons in their largest forms. Spinosaurus, currently the largest known predatory dinosaur, is estimated between 7 and 20 tons, depending on the specimen and the methodology. Leviathan melvillei, the giant sperm whale relative and active predator from the Miocene, came in around 50 tons. The pattern is consistent enough across completely unrelated lineages, across 300 million years of evolutionary history, across land and ocean environments, that it stops looking like coincidence and starts looking like a hard boundary imposed by physics and ecology working together. The physics side of the argument is the easier half to explain. Active predation requires a specific set of mechanical capabilities that become progressively harder to maintain as body mass increases. Acceleration, directional change, the ability to generate and absorb the forces involved in subduing large prey. All of these scale unfavorably with mass. A predator that doubles in mass needs more than double the muscle power to maintain the same acceleration, because the relationship between force, mass, and acceleration is linear, while the metabolic cost of building and maintaining that muscle grows faster. At some point, the energy budget required to build a predatory body capable of functioning at extreme mass exceeds what the environment can supply through available prey. The predator becomes too expensive to run. The ecology side is subtler and more interesting. Predators don't exist in isolation. They exist at the top of food chains, and food chains have a fundamental energy loss at every level. The general principle, established across ecosystems from rainforests to deep ocean trenches, is that roughly 10% of energy transfers between trophic levels. 100 tons of plant matter supports around 10 tons of herbivores, which supports around 1 ton of primary predators. To sustain a 200-ton active predator, the prey biomass available in its hunting range would need to be almost incomprehensibly large. The ocean comes closest to providing that biomass density, which is why the largest predators in Earth's history have all been marine. But even the ocean has limits, and those limits appear to cap out around the 50 to 60-ton range for animals that actively hunt and kill. There's a third constraint that gets less attention but may be the most fundamental of all: prey size matching. Predators need to hunt prey that is large enough to be worth the energetic cost of pursuit and small enough to be reliably catchable. As predator size increases, the prey that fits that profile becomes increasingly rare. A 60-ton predator like Leviathan was hunting large whales, animals that were themselves rare, widely dispersed, and capable of active defense. Scaling that predator up to 200 tons would require prey that simply didn't exist in sufficient numbers or sizes to make the hunting strategy viable. The predator would spend more energy searching for and pursuing prey than it recovered from eating it, which is a metabolic death sentence regardless of how well designed the hunting apparatus is. What makes this constraint so durable across evolutionary time is that it operates simultaneously from multiple directions. The physics limits get worse as size increases. The ecological energy pyramid gets steeper. The prey availability problem compounds. Any lineage that tries to push past the ceiling encounters all three problems at once, and natural selection has no mechanism for solving all three simultaneously. Individual mutations can improve one parameter: better hydrodynamics, more efficient metabolism, more powerful bite force, but they can't restructure the energy pyramid or conjure prey species that don't exist. The ceiling holds because it's enforced by the fundamental architecture of ecosystems, not by any single biological limitation. Nature doesn't stop building large predators out of caution. It stops because the world runs out of the infrastructure those predators require. The Miocene Ocean offers the clearest case study. Between roughly 23 and 5 million years ago, it produced two of the largest active predators in Earth's history almost simultaneously, Megalodon and Leviathan melvillei. Both were operating in an ocean unusually rich in large whale prey. Both appear to have gone extinct as that prey base restructured in response to global cooling and changing ocean circulation patterns. Neither lineage produced successors that approached their size. The Miocene was exceptional in its capacity to support apex predators at that scale, and when those conditions ended, the predator sizes collapsed back toward the ceiling that has held ever since. There are genuine uncertainties worth acknowledging. The fossil record for large predators is inherently incomplete. Animals at the top of food chains are rare in life and therefore rare in the fossil record, and size estimates from fragmentary material carry significant uncertainty ranges. It's possible that predators approaching 80 or 90 tons existed and haven't been found yet. What the evidence doesn't support is any predator approaching 200 tons across any environment at any point in the last 500 million years. The absence is too consistent across too many independent lineages to be a sampling artifact. Understanding why that ceiling exists changes how you think about the largest predators alive today. The sperm whale, at around 50 tons, sits right at the historical boundary for active predators. The orca, far smaller but hunting in coordinated groups, effectively extends predatory impact beyond what any individual body size could achieve alone, a different solution to the same scaling problem. Nature found the ceiling, couldn't break through it, and in some lineages found ways to work around it instead. The 200-ton hunter never existed because the world it would have required never existed. Not the prey base, not the energy budget, not the mechanical tolerances. Evolution explored the space thoroughly enough, across enough independent lineages, over enough time, that the absence of anything near that scale is a meaningful signal rather than a gap in our knowledge. The ceiling is real. And the consistency with which life has found it, from every direction, across hundreds of millions of years, is one of the clearest demonstrations that biology operates within constraints as absolute as anything in physics.